This week in coaching session with my client, we celebrated her improving her relationship with her husband. And when I asked her what made her create this result and what made her shift, she shared this with me that I want to share with you because it's so beautiful. She said, you know what I realized? I realized that the best gift that I can give him is to be myself. And so I'm just being myself. And I thought that was so good, right? Because even in your life, if you think about any area where you feel like because of your husband, you're not able to do something, like if you somehow hold your husband responsible for not actually being able to do what you want to do, I want to offer you that even though at surface it looks like it is that way, but actually it's not true. A lot of times it's our internalized fear that if we ask for this and if we go for what we want, then it's going to be upsetting the other person. And that fear doesn't let us show up and be fully ourselves. So it doesn't it blocks us from even inviting our spouse to line up with our desire too and be an active participant in making that happen, right? But on the surface, we just keep resenting and feeling like that person is responsible. But unless that story is challenged, we just limit ourselves and hold our husbands responsible in some way, right? So I know this has been true for me for the longest part. I think there were areas where I thought I wasn't doing something because of him, but actually what was underneath that was my own fear of what would it mean, right? And when I lined up with that, when I confronted that and challenged that story, and then when I took an effort to be myself and be true to my own desires, it gave him an invitation to do that as well. Like, for example, the solo trip. That was a new idea, right? I had not done it before, and nobody in his family has done a solo trip like that, right? But I was afraid of upsetting him and what the reaction would look like. But as I became honest with my own desire, I have done multiple solo trips now, and it's a regular part of our experience. So what it needed from me was to be honest with myself and be open an invitation to him, right? Like, there are some things that are new for each other, and hence there may be some initial reaction, but that is not a reason for you to settle for less. That's not a reason for you to not do what you want to do, right? That is just an invitation for your spouse as well to understand your desires and be an active participant to help you line up with those. Because the truth is that if you keep settling for less and do not line up with your desire, you are gonna somehow feel resentful of him, right? Especially if you believe that he's the reason you're not doing it. And if you feel resentful for him, you're not going to show up in the most loving way. I mean, we women cannot hide our emotions as well. So it will show up. We'll not be able to love our husbands as much. So it's only fair that we be ourselves and give them an opportunity to be a real partner with us in the relationship, right? So that's what I want to leave you with, that the best gift that you can give to your husband is to be yourself, to line up with your desires, to show up fully as yourself. And I want you to think of which areas in your life you're not being yourself because of some fear, something underneath. And what would it look like to challenge that? Okay, I'll leave you with that. Bye.